Alright, so I'm here talking about some NFL news now, so we're here talking about something. So, the NFL, I'm going to talk about banning the tush push play that the hashtag Eagles do so well. Executive Troy Vincent said this, in quote, "You don't want to punish anyone for doing something well," in quote. So it seems it's unlikely the play will be removed from the game right now. I don't think the Eagles should be punished because they're so great at the tush push. It's unlikely the play will be banned because the executives say you don't want to punish someone for doing something well. So it should not be banned. It's just maybe some teams should get better at doing that tush push play. I mean, the Eagles do it so well. I mean, other teams should be able to do it too. Clearly does give them an edge over stronger teams. So I think that's going to get banned. So we have an update, another NFL play. So an update, the NFL says the, quote, hip drop tackle will probably be restricted or outlawed in the future. Quote, "I think we have to now." Well, what's next? The defense only gets 10 players on the field? Like, what's going to be the freaking way to properly tackle now if we're banning every possible tackle? It's not justified. I mean, I know this tackles injures so many players, but it's bullshit. Football is a contact sport, and that is not a dirty move. This is going to be the one to truly ruin the sport. Just wait until the weakest, most basic tackle in your favorite team's game because they call it a freaking hip drop tackle. Like, soon we're going to have freaking flag football out here. Just stick flags in their waistbands and take away the pads at this point. Just might as well just make freaking flag football freaking weak as crap. It's just unfortunate people get hurt by it. It's not a dirty play, it's just, it happens. It's football. It's a contact sport. And the NFL wants to freaking ban this tackle, apparently. Soft. So we have another update about another play that happens quite a bit. So an update, the NFL looked into the rule that punishes offenses for fumbling the ball at the end zone and losing possessions as a touchback. I don't think it's the worst rule in sports. I mean, you kind of don't have to fumble. Like, don't fumble then, it won't go back at the end zone. I mean, you shouldn't be rewarded for fumbling the football. I mean, the NFL is so heavily favored the offense. I think the rule needs to be clarified to if the offensive ball carrier is going towards the pylon / attempting, to score and the ball fumbles out of bounds, goes to the one. If a fumble is occurring in a non-scoring manner, then it should go back to the defense. Maybe that's an idea, but an NFL punishes a team for fumbling. How about don't fumble the football? Then it won't happen. I swear, man, freaking NFL is pushing towards more offense in this freaking league. I mean, yeah, I like a high-scoring games, but come on, you can't change this freaking rule. Just don't fumble out of the freaking end zone. Won't happen. So, rumors. The hashtag Falcons will likely not fire Coach Arthur Smith after this season, barring a serious, quote, late season collapse, per Jay Fowler, ESPN. Feel bad for Falcons fans having to see this guy coach their team. Fowler, the sense I get after asking around is that Arthur Smith is safe in Atlanta, barring a late season collapse, period, end quote. Well, can't wait to watch him misuse Kyle Pitts for another year. And not get him plays. They're going to force him to get a good offensive coordinator in the offseason. Another year of him misusing Kyle Pitts. I have no problem with how he's feeding Robinson because he's showing to be an effective running back. He just needs to effectively mix up his play calling. Like, he has 3 years worth of first round picks that they used for pass options in Pitts, London, and Robinson, and they barely target Pitts in the game. Drake London's having a breakout year. But they need to get the ball to Kyle Pitts more. Just saying. It feels like they've been collapsing all freaking season. Outside Bijan Robinson and Drake London. But, maybe next year he could get fired. I mean, I don't know if it's the right move. He's one of the worst head coaches. Can't wait to watch them go like 8-9 next year, and then him still be on the team. So an update, the hashtag Ravens placed wide receiver Devin Duvernay on injured reserve and are signing former Patriots quarterback Malik Cunningham. So Devin Duvernay to injured reserve after they signed Malik Cunningham. So, update, the NFL teams approved an increase of international games in 2025 from 4 to 8 games. No club will be required to play more than one game outside of North America in the same season unless they choose to. So we're getting a lot of games, like international games. It's like these 9 a.m. games, man. I mean, how many people are going to wake up that early, man? I mean, I get you want to have get your more international fans, but you ought to realize some of these people aren't going to wake up at like 9 a.m. on a Sunday to watch an NFL game. Unless it's your favorite team, I mean, or if it's an elite matchup, if it's your favorite team, like, I don't know. So, update, the hashtag Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson will play the hashtag Meals in Week 15. He'll do it with his 4th quarterback this season, Nick Mullins, after the benching of Josh Dobbs. Well, that's his 3rd quarterback, but I get your point. Update, Browns play starting safety Grant Delpit on injured reserve. He just signed a 3-year, $36 million contract. Man, the Browns have had so many freaking injuries this year with the offensive line. Now Grant Delpit on injured reserve. Jeez. Your NFL players of the week. NFC and AFC offensive players of the week. Tommy DeVito and Zach Wilson. Imagine somebody telling you at the start of the season, oh, your NFL players of the week in Week 14 and later in the year, it's going to be Tommy DeVito and Zach Wilson. We'll call you crazy. Offensive player of the week wasn't on my bingo card. Your defensive players of the week, NFC linebacker Ivan Pace and Harold Landry. Special teams for the Cowboys, Brandon Aubrey, and then punt returner Tylan Wallace for the Ravens. Freaking crazy. So an update, Bears pass rusher Yannick Ngakoue is out for the rest of the season with an ankle injury per the team. So Yannick Ngakoue is out for the season. Update, the hashtag Raiders could bench rookie QB Aiden O'Connell for veteran Jimmy Garoppolo or career backup Brian Hoyer. The team is undecided on who will start in Week 15 against the hashtag Chargers. I mean, maybe you could stick with O'Connell. There's no use of playing Jimmy or Hoyer at this point. I don't think any of these quarterbacks are good, man. Freaking lose situation. They're not going to make the freaking playoffs. So we have some NFL draft news. Update, Notre Dame offensive tackle Joe Alt is declaring for the 2024 hashtag NFL draft, he announces. He's probably the best offensive tackle prospect coming out and a top draft pick. It's either him or that guy from Ohio State. Lou, I think that's his freaking name. Either him or Alt are the best tackles in this draft class. So there's some pretty good tackles in this draft class. Per your report, the NFL expected to pursue hosting Super Bowl in Los Angeles again in 2027 at SoFi Stadium, according to J. Jones 9. The hometown hashtag Rams beat the hashtag Bengals there in the 2021 Super Bowl. Was that last year? In the 2021 season Super Bowl. Don Cleveland said last year. What a freaking idiot. So yeah, they're going to probably go to Los Angeles again in 2027 at SoFi Stadium. I'm not really surprised. So Bill Belichick was asked about the report that claims his team is moving on from him after 2023 season. He said, quote, "We're getting ready for Kansas City." And he's gonna, and then say next game, we're on to this team. And you're done, buddy. You're done. So ESPN, they went after Cam Newton for calling Dak Purdy Tua and golf game managers. In the year of 2023, where it's all about NFL backups, where is Cam? Also said Cam just wants attention for his podcast. His take was pretty ridiculous. Just being honest. But yeah, it's on the news from Dolph Kleeman, so we're gonna get to some, see if we have any stuff for Adam Schefter. So the NFL will play a regular season game in Brazil next season. Sao, how do you fucking say it? Paulo, Brazil will be the site of the NFL's 2024 regular season game. So that's why I was mentioning that, because they're gonna have a regular season game in Brazil next year. So we'll see what happens with that. Your NFL Super Bowl out for the next 4 years. This year, the 2024 Super Bowl is going to be at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. 2025 will be the Superdome in New Orleans. In 2026, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, and then SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles in 2027. The Super Bowl is only played in these cities, I swear. Levi Stadium doesn't have a freaking Super Bowl. No East Coast love, all freaking West Coast. Yeah, that's all from Adam Schefter. Just want to mention that right quick. The game's gonna happen. The Titans defensive lineman Kyle Pico and cornerback Christian Fulton have been placed on injured reserve. And Christian Fulton's just hasn't had a good NFL career. So, wide receiver Jamar Chase with a heel injury. He did not practice with an ankle injury or a heel injury, whatever. He should be okay, though, for the game against Minnesota this week. But yeah, it's all the NFL news to talk about, so check them out. Peace.